Hello, everyone. How are you? Hi, Jeff.
Great to see you again, Martin.
Welcome to this session on Your Voice is Power. We're going to make some beats, learn some code, and while promoting equity, I'm really happy to be here with you. In this session is brought to you today by Logix Academy. And we're going to start by a little land acknowledgement here. Jeff, I have a background noise. I don't know if it's me or you or
Let me turn my computer volume down just to make sure it's not me on my end. Is that better?
test. Yes, yeah,
Okay.
it works.
Thank you for letting me know.
We really recommend that you visit this website, whose land /en or /fr for the French version, to create your own land acknowledgement. So we're lucky today. Both of us are from the East Coast. I'm from New Brunswick. Jeff is from Nova Scotia. We'll have a slide to introduce each other, but we're going to do something that represents our area today. So we'd like to acknowledge that we live and learn on the traditional unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq and Wolastoq people, who are part of the Wabanaki Confederacy. We're grateful for their continued presence and their care for this land for over thousands of years. So in January, we are right now, as we settle in the days and the quieter and colder weather, I'm thankful for my warm shelter in my community. So this season invites us to maybe slow down, appreciate the beauty of winter, and go explore the snow and the activities outside. So, like I said, my name is Martin Peltier. I'll be the co-pilot for today. I'll be the MC in the background, asking some questions. And to learn more about this, I'm from Moncton, New Brunswick. And Jeff?
Hi there. Yeah, I'm a fifth grade teacher here in the Halifax area of Nova Scotia, and I'm working with Logix as a facilitator as well.
So we have a link to this slide deck today. So if you want a copy of this slide deck, there's a short link over here available. There's also a QR code if you want to scan this and have your own copy. And I really maybe recommend before we get started, this is a YouTube live, so it's a pause and play kind of scenario. If it's going too fast or you need time with your students to do certain activities, just hit the pause button, let your students catch up, and then press play. And you can even have this set up on the big screen in front of the class and help your students as they're doing it.
All right.
This session is brought to you by Logix Academy. There's many sessions coming up, and Logix Academy offers a variety of products. As you can see, one of my favorite robots here in the back, we have the Dash. So we have various programs available for K-5, middle school, and makerspace environments. So lots of things that is offered. And most of the sponsorship for this initiative or this program is offered by Microsoft, which is we are a global training partner. We're also a Google Cloud partner, Minecraft a global training partner, and Apple professional learning provider. So thank you, Your Voice is Power, and Code and Amazon for this sponsoring this session, for future engineering, and for making this lesson possible. And as a little prize at the end, if you complete this form or this exit survey or this exit pass, here's the link. You can win an Amazon gift card. So it's always nice to see that, maybe to treat yourself or your loved ones around you. And the draw will take place on March 31st. So fill in the form and you'll have a chance to be entered to win a nice prize.
Yeah, those surveys let us do what we do and let us continue to support teachers across Canada. So it's definitely a win-win for a teacher out there to win that prize, but also to help us keep going to push great programs like this.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you so much, Martin. So I'm going to take over now, and we're going to dig into Your Voice's Power. So if you're joining us today, that means most likely that you are a teacher in Nova Scotia, because this is specific for us. We're going to do a walkthrough of this program. We'll talk how specifically it can be connected to some of the Nova Scotia middle school and high school courses, and just kind of get familiar with the program a little bit so you can make some informed decisions if this is a good fit for you in your teaching context. So your voice is power, like Martin was saying. It's bringing these big ideas together about music, about coding, and about equity. So I know this video will do a better job of introducing it than I could. So I'm just going to hit play on this minute and a half here. Martin, let me know if there's any audio issues.
Maybe the volume up a bit, Jeff?
All right. So sorry, I hope it was loud enough there. It was all the way up on my end, but yeah, so just that is a great video to show as well the quality of the videos that are built into this this program. So the Your Voice is Power program has 8 different modules, and it starts off with introductory and it builds its way up, and it does go through some of these big modern day issues and you know, things that are equity concerns in our country and our country's history, and it really ties them in really nicely in a way that's accessible to students and it takes different media forms as well. Like there are lots of things to be reading. There's slide decks built in, but there's also these great videos we can hear firsthand from people and their lived experiences. So this is, I'm just going to do a quick little jump in on the website here. This is what the website looks like for Your Voice is Power. If you go to the modules section here, you can see all the modules that are in there. And I'm going to do a quick little tab jump again and just do a little walkthrough and show you where some things are. So today I'm going to do a little bit later on, I'm going to do a bit of the intro lesson with you just to give you a sense of how you could introduce this, but just to show you what the teaching materials look like. So here I am in module 5. It's telling me an overview. There is all these resources that are here. And like I say, there are links to websites. There is the slide deck for you. There's printables for your students. It's telling you how long it's expected to take. Right in this as well, it's like, what are you going to learn? It tells you exactly the lessons that students should get from this. And then when we go into to launch this, like here we are in the module outline, understanding the past for lesson 5, I can start. And it walks you right through the whole thing. I can make sure my students have the vocabulary they're going to need for this conversation. And then as we go through, here we are with a video clip that's going to talk about this 4 R's framework. So it's really nicely laid out and sequential and easy to navigate and filled with really nice short video clips that are engaging and have powerful imagery and are intentionally age appropriate for grades 6 and up. So regardless of the actual course you're teaching, I hope that you'll find some engaging and powerful ways to put this in your curriculum. For our purposes today, I am going to show specifically how for 4 different courses this is a great fit. But like I say, there's just because you don't teach, grade 8 social studies, it doesn't mean that it wouldn't still be a great fit for your class. So worth checking out all the resources that are here. All right, let's jump back over to the slides. As an optional extra, if you wanted to, it's not mandatory. I know some teachers aren't interested in taking it this far, but students are encouraged and they're able to submit the music and the projects that they make. And there's over 50 students every year that get to win with a $5,000 scholarship or grant to start a business included in that. So it could be pretty cool and a recognition for your school and students' hard work to take the time to submit their work so they can be considered for that contest that happens annually. And if, again, we'll hope the audio is good, I would like to share with you what one of the winners sounded like. So I have the audio here from the 2022 winner. Hopefully my link works. There we go. So this is the program that students get to use that I'll introduce you to in a little while, but I'm just going to run the code that the student has written. Hopefully. There we go. And let's push play on this and hope the volume it's on high. All right, so you can listen to the rest of that if you're interested in carrying on. But if you notice through the blocks here, there are various artists in that student's work. So the idea is they're taking these samples from different artists. Like we have Khalid here, there's Samian, there's Dakota Bear. So they're finding different audio tracks and music and finding ways to fuse them together to create an original work.
Jeff, do you mind trying again? I clicked on one of the settings because I think.
Oh, didn't get to hear it?
No, I think the audio was muted. So I on a few things.
I see. So it should be good now.
Maybe the sound that we hear was just the sound from your mic. So if you don't mind trying it again.
Let's try again. Thank you. Better?
No, we don't hear anything.
Oh, that's too bad. I wonder why. I'm sharing just my tab. All right, well, I think that's the last audio I was hoping to share. So luckily, if you went to my slide deck, oh, actually, I know what, maybe that time. Let me just try this quick. That might have been my fault this time. Is that better?
No.
No, okay, we tried. I think that's the last audio I needed to share. So if you go into my slide deck, you can follow those links if you're interested in checking those out. But let's jump back into the deck here. Sorry about the technical issues this afternoon. All right, so as I was saying before, I'm going to focus in on just these few courses. So these are all right here in Nova Scotia. Social Studies 8, Citizenship 9, English 10, and Mi'kmaq Studies 11 would all be perfect, ideal fits for this 8-module session. Definitely some places that it would fit in other places, or if you had multiple courses that you have the same students, like you might be able to do some cross-curricular teaching and do some crossover, especially I know in middle school where the students are in the same cohort of students all the time. That might work really well to do some cross-curricular learning. But I won't spend a lot of time on these, but just you can pause on the ones that are applicable to you if you're interested. Just how these first two columns are all about the Nova Scotia curriculum. Like this is right from the curriculum, the things that our students should be learning and experiencing. So things about equity and inequity, social justice, and a little bit of information on how the Your Voices Power program specifically addresses these things. In a lot of courses in Nova Scotia, we're seeing they're in a revised stage. So they've done these revisions to our curriculum. And one of the terms that keeps coming up is this idea of first voice. So hearing from people and their lived experiences. And Your Voices Power through the readings and through the videos, that is a big part of its program as well. So it is a really natural, nice fit with this course, Social Studies 8. Citizenship 9 is very similar as well, whereas the outcomes are talking about active citizenship and engaged citizenship. There was a service project included in this course. So for as an option for students or for everybody to do as that service project, they could be creating things to raise awareness for these issues. Here we're in English 10, again, right from the curriculum, discussions of power dynamics and speaking and listening points about thinking about the viewpoints of others. And that is all a huge part of this program. Lastly, the Mi'kmaq Studies 11 course. Of course, for us here in Nova Scotia, it's focusing specifically on the Mi'kmaq. So there's going to be a lot of Your Voices Power is considered Canadian-wide, but there's going to be a lot of things that are a great connection to that as well, of course. So I think by looking at that module earlier, we got a good sense of how in the classroom that can look. So putting that up on the screen, giving kids a chance to engage in discussions and do some reading and viewing activities, as well as the coding that we're going to get into after. Just noticed a spelling mistake on the slide. Sorry about that. But in terms of thinking about assessing this, we just had some suggestions as well, some things to kind of point out. So for example, this 2025 winner, not only are they creating that music, but this teacher also had them do some writing to accompany it. So this writing on your screen right now, which you're welcome to pause and take some time to go through, is a student's reflection on what they created. And so it's not just, they're not just picking beats that they think sound awesome. They're also, their goal is to show what they've learned through these modules as well. So having them do that writing outside of the program, like doing it in like a Google Doc, for example, but they also have the option to do some of that writing within the coding platform. So I'm going to introduce you to the basics of using that EarSketch software today. But if you haven't done text-based coding before, please don't let that stop you from giving these things a try. I'll explain more some of the other resources for support that are available. But as you know, as teachers, I teach 5th grade. These kids know more than I do about so many things, and I'm learning more about technology from my students all the time. So giving them the opportunity to do this, even though maybe it's not your comfort, is still a very valuable thing to do in your class. But in the code editor down below, like where they're actually writing the code, there's actually some ways that they can put some paragraphs of writing down there. So for example, I think the next slide has it right here. So by using some specific symbols, you're telling the computer, this isn't code for the music, this is just a note. So by putting these quotation marks, they can put text in the coding lines and it won't mess up their song, their music. Another way to do it is to put the hashtag in front of it so that it's able to distinguish, like it doesn't need to include that or read that as code. That's a note for the creator or for the people reading the code. So yeah, there's some options as well. If you want it all as one tidy package, the kid creates the song. Within that same coded file, they could also have all of their explanations and all those things as well, sharing their learning. Just another example here of the types of things that students might be writing, like why they made specific musical choices, what the lyrics mean to them, all that kind of stuff can be embedded right in their code. All right, so as you're either launching this or getting into this more, us here at Logic are able to support you even after this introduction today. So if you reach out to us, so again, I put the link to the slide deck, so you can just click on this link, or you can just type that in if you want, if that's easy for you too. There are going to be opportunities for you to have someone like Martin or I visit your class virtually to lead you through sessions. So whether it's the intro session or you get 3 sessions in and you really wish somebody was able to help you launch or to help with the coding or to be there as a backup to support you, we can make these kinds of things work. So sign up for our co-taught lessons that are on this events page, or reach out if we can help you with something more specific along the way. All right. So I would like to do a little walkthrough as well of how the program works. So here I am on yourvoicespower.ca, and in the top right corner, there's a Start Coding button. So when you or your students click on that, it's going to take you right into the software called EarSketch. So EarSketch is text-based coding only. So it's not like Scratch or like a microbit that you might have seen before that has the block options. It's just text-based. So it really does kind of push students to try something maybe they haven't used before. But it's also a great, I consider it a nice low floor, high ceiling tool. It has an easy entry point, which I hope you see today by how quickly I'm able to make some music. But it also, they can take it so much further. It does have that high ceiling that they can really push it as far as they would like to learn more. So for you, if you'd like to follow along a little bit and you want to pause this video and jump in, when you pop this up, you can say skip for the tutorial, because I'm going to walk you through some of the things. You don't need that tutorial. The first thing I recommend is to create an account up in the top right corner. When you create it, it's going to ask you for your stage name. That's actually a part of one of the lessons, is about that idea of stage names. Like, you know, in pop music, we have people like Chance the Rapper or Megan Thee Stallion, like they have a name that's not, you know, on their birth certificate. So that idea of coming up with your own stage name. When students come up with their password, they should come up with something unique. If they decide to not put their email address in, because it does say optional, you don't have to put student email addresses in. That means if they lose their password, then they can't get into their account. So that email address is for account recovery only. I do know some teachers suggest students put the teacher's email in there so that they're able to get it back that way if they need to. So yeah, you can use this program no problem without having an account, but if you wanted to save and remember your stuff, they should make a password. I think at this point, I'm going to jump over and do a little bit of a live walkthrough. All right, so I'm going to just give this a refresh, see if that'll clear up. There we go. Okay, so this is the EarSketch platform. Starting over here on the left, just to give you a little tour, it starts you on this Sounds tab. So I have lots of ways to filter depending on the type of sound that I'm looking for. So I can look by artist or by genre, musical instruments. And then down below, I know my audio isn't working, but if I hit play, I can hear the sound to see if it's what I'm looking for, the type of thing. Or I can look at specific artists and really dig deeply into the lyrics and try and find one that has a message that I'm looking for that's going to work well for my song. And students can toggle between these different artists, no problem. It's also an option for them to create their own sound. So if you have some students that are really musical, or they have a specific word or phrase or sound that they're hoping to add in, if they hit add sound, they can upload that sound as a WAV or MP3. They can also do a recording right within the software. So it will give them, if they have headphone in, it will give them a metronome, and they can record that sound clip so they get that customized music however they like. So yeah, over here on the left, like I was saying, is where all those sound clips are. In the middle, this code editor is where I get to do my text-based code. And once I have written some code and then I hit run, I get to see those tracks come into place up here in this digital audio workstation. So we're going to do that right now. I'm just going to back this up as if I started a fresh project. We're going to actually, for today, and as is in the introductory session with students, they only actually need one line of code to be able to create a pretty layered musical piece. And that block is called fit media. So if I just start typing that in this line of code, so I can see here I've got a description that I could add in some writing if I wanted to. It's got a tempo set to 120 beats per minute. Here on line 5, I can start writing my own code. So the block is called fit media. That is all in lesson 1. So if I just start typing the word fit, it pops right up. So it's telling me for fit media, it needs to know which sound I'm using, which track I want it on, and the start and the end are measures of music. So if I, let me just pick one here for the sake of getting something in. I'm going to pick a bass one. So say I was listening to several different audio clips and I found one that I really liked. If I have that fit media in there and this sound is selected, you can see how it's darker. I can click on different spots. But if I click on sound and then I hit paste, it's going to take the name of that track and paste it in there for me. So now that is now the sound. It knows when I hit play, you're going to play that sound file. I'm going to tell it to put it on track 1, start it on measure 1, and it should repeat for 5 measures. So that is working code. That is all I need to get something playing. So if I now run my code, there it is. So it's here on track 1 where I told it to go. It's starting on measure number 1, and it's going to roll all the way until measure number 5. And the students can play that to hear how it sounds. They can make adjustments to their code at any time. Like maybe they decide, actually, measure 5 is a little bit too long. I actually want it to stop like 2 notes earlier. Maybe I want it to go and stop halfway through measure 4. So I'm going to go 4.5. And then I can see now it's going to end a little bit earlier. And they can do those kinds of really quick adjustments. If you are doing this in the classroom, you will be thankful if your students have headphones. So I would suggest as well giving students a little heads up so they know to have some headphones at school that day if that's not something already accessible. So on the first lesson, that's almost all that the students need to learn in order to be able to make multiple tracks. Because now that I understand how to code the fit media block, I can just make more of them. So now in my code editor, if I go down to line 6 and I again just start typing fit media, I can pull in a new block. Let me just pick another one. I'm going to paste in this different sound. I'm going to put it on a different track line. I'm going to put it on track 2. And I'm going to pick a variety of measures as well. I'm going to say start on measure 2 and end at measure 3. So it'll just be a short one. And then when I run my code, now my audio workstation has expanded a bit. I'm now down to track 2. And I can see that it's right where I coded it to be. It's running only between measures 2 and 3. And the student can loop that. They can listen to it. They can turn on a metronome. They've got lots of options to explore different tools and try and make this their own. If your students are like mine, you always have some that are ready for the next more challenging step before I am. So if that student is in your class as well, over here on the far right, you see the word curriculum is written sideways. If I just toggle this over, in here is a full library of lessons accessible to anybody. So, you have a student who's really been keen and into this, they can pull this up at home and they can get some help where they need it. So maybe there's a specific block that they want to use, or there's something that they were hoping to be able to do that they just can't figure out. This curriculum, this search area is a great place to do it. In addition to this, because we're coding with a Python language, which is a very common coding language, they can also get help for doing this on other websites. So maybe something like ChatGPT or other platforms that have lessons on Python, they could get help understanding what certain blocks are doing or why their code isn't working as expected. So yeah, lots of options for your students to take it as far as they'd like. One more thing I want to point out. So my code is working properly right now, but I'm just going to make a change to confuse my computer here. I'm going to change it so there's an error in my code. So I just added in a random number just to demonstrate how when I hit run, it's going to run the script and then it will tell me if there's a mistake. So not only is it telling me there is a mistake, it's telling me where the problem is. It tells me it's on line 6, and it says that fit media block is only supposed to have 4 different arguments, only 4 different inputs, but 5 were given. So it's not just telling you there's a mistake here in your code, it's giving the students tips on how to fix it. So for me, I know I can just back that out now. I can fix that. I can run my code again. And now the script ran successfully. I can see how I can make those quick changes. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to show you today. Just, I guess, if for your students, so I have been making this code file called NS Codes. Here on the left where I had my sounds tab, and beside it is my scripts. So scripts are what they call your saved projects. So if I wanted to load a song that I had written before, I would be navigating into that scripts. So I can pull up a file that I've written previously, or I can download it so that I can put it on another computer or whatever, or to submit to the contest if that's what you chose to do. But you have lots of ways to access your files in that script section. All right, I'm going to jump back over to my slide deck. All right, so we just have some important things we wanted to share as we're getting closer to the end here. Please remember that if this feels like something that you know is going to be beneficial from your students and would be a great way for students to get hands-on with that curriculum that you're teaching, please do sign up for some of our co-taught lessons so that students can follow along with a teacher or leader, so that they have access to somebody who's able to answer questions as they're getting started. So check out that link so you're able to follow along. And as Martin was saying at the beginning, we really appreciate it when people fill out an exit survey after following one of our sessions. So if you could take the time to visit that bit.ly link, or quickly just grab your mobile device and scan that QR code, you do have that chance to win a $100 gift card. So that's about we get a couple months to get that filled in. So I hope you take the time to help us, but also maybe have a good chance at winning that $100 gift card. And that brings us to the end. So again, thank you so much for taking the time to check this out. I hope you agree that it's something that could be really beneficial for your students and help you reach those curriculum outcomes for our students in Nova Scotia. And reach out however we can help.
Thank you so much, Jeff. I think there's many ways we can incorporate this in various curriculums. You showcase social studies and things like that, but I'm sure there's some things we can tag along in math and things like that. And you also learn how to code with that.
Or in music class, even we didn't even talk about music classes, and like there's some exactly. When I'm thinking about grades, like I mentioned at the beginning, I teach 5th grade. There are a lot of awesome things that I know I could bring into my 5th grade classroom that would be wonderful, knowing that it is the content of it is intended for older students. Teachers do need to have some discretion in deciding which topics are appropriate for their learners, because some things like residential schools do come up in the topics. So making sure that the videos and the criteria, the things they're discussing is appropriate for the age of the students you're working with. So
good information to know. Thank you so much. And I know I noticed that it's available in French as well. So
yes, it is.
If you're teaching in immersion or things like that, it could be useful to you as well.
All right. Well, thanks for helping out here, Martin, and thank you everybody for joining today. Have a great day.
All right. Thank you.